Hey, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And I'm holding this knife so the lighting is right on it. But this is the Takayuki Grand Chef Santoku 180mm knife. And you can see that logo prominently displayed on the right side of the blade as you'd be holding and using it. This knife is mono steel, so it's one piece of steel that's ground and shaped. The steel is Bowler N685 full stainless steel. It's a high quality Swedish stainless steel that's really easy to sharpen and will take a really wicked edge on it. The weight and dimension should be pretty close from knife to knife, but this particular one is 166 grams or 5.9 ounces. The HRC, or the heat treat's about 60 Rockwell. Handles what they call POM composite, POM composite. It's a very heavy-duty composite kind of resin-based handle material that doesn't really shrink much at all, unlike pack-a-wood or other types of wood-based products. So it's really kind of almost bulletproof. It's an extremely durable handle. And you can see this has a full tang. It's got a full tang all the way through. 3 stainless rivets, very smooth, very tight on that. There's no proud edges on there because it all doesn't shrink. You've got a nice integrated bolster, forged kind of bolster there that comes right into the knife blade itself. So very nice fit and finish on this, very comfortable handle. The edge length on this is right about 180 millimeters or 7.1 inches, and the overall length about 302 millimeters. These are fairly thin knives with a bit of stiffness to them despite the thinness. I got about 1.75 millimeters thick at the back and about 1.65 millimeters at the front, or about halfway down I should say. And then as the grind of the knife, and there's not really any kind of demarcation here, but as the grind thins out towards the edge, the tip gets nice and thin. So it's a high performance tip, and the knife is also ground thin at the edge. So this is a very nice performing knife. Height is about 46.3 millimeters at the back of the blade, which gives you plenty of room on a pinch grip. No problem at all with clearance on the cutting board. The balance point on this handle, given the materials and the full tang, it's a bit handle heavy, which you would expect of a Western handle like this. There's your balance point kind of right in the middle of that bolster there. So on a pinch grip, it's going to be a bit handle heavy, but that's to be expected. Let's get our beauty shot if we can get the lighting good here. It's always tricky with these blades. It's a little shiny, as you can kind of tell. Sorry, trying to get a decent shot here. So you'll see the logo, and you'll see vertical machine, vertical finish marks on it. It's got a fair amount of polish to it. Here's the left side of the blade. Little fingerprints there for me. They've got a nice finish job on this. They've polished a little bit the spine. You can see it's shiny. A little bit of edge rounding on that. They didn't polish the choil too much. For some reason, these Western handled knives are not always cleaned up on the choil. So the choil, you might think it's a little sharp or you might not. If so, you can clean that up with some strips of sandpaper and use that kind of shoe shine method to clean that up, no problem. Out of the box edge, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. So it's nice, decent edge out of the box, kind of ready to roll. Again, very nice fit and finish on these. These have been around a long time. Very popular for many years for good reason. Can't really go wrong with these. So this is the edge profile. It's just a good, solid, kind of easy to use edge profile. So the tip is low, given the sheep's foot typical, point or front of a Santoku blade. So the tip's rather low. You've got a decent flat spot towards the back, so it floats nice and easy into that flat spot. So that gives you some chopping spot. I can get about right in there before I dig the tip in, I can get right about there on the cutting board. So I could do kind of medium-ish low stuff with a rock, but this thing will tip draw really well for cutting things. It's got a nice little section for chopping in the back and kind of versatile sections in the middle for, general kind of pull cuts and different types of general use. So it's a pretty versatile profile, honestly. 180 millimeter knife gives you a little bit more length for larger product than kind of a 165 or 170. There we go. For some reason, that thing didn't want to focus. So this is just a really good all-around knife that's been around a long time and is proven. Great steel, nice fit and finish, high performance. This is the, I'm going to actually do this so you can see it. So this is the Takayuki Grand Chef Santoku 180mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.